Let's talk about a methodology I developed that might do more for your future income than anything else you could possibly do. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I've got the laptop on for you YouTubers out there in Duplication Nation land. I want to talk about the 70% phenomenon. And this is truly a breakthrough. And it's very simple, but very, very, very profound. And it has to do with your ability and your willingness to delegate actions and responsibilities to your team as your group starts to grow and you start conducting events and you have group recruiting trainings and group skill set training, major events, online, offline, doesn't matter. Because what you run into, of course, is the sucking all the oxygen out of the room issue, which is you get yourself to a point where you just say, I'm the best presenter on my team. I'm the best trainer on my team. I'm the best person to create agendas on my team. I'm the best person to work with skeptical prospects. So I'm just telling them, bring all your people to me. I'll close them for you. You start to do all the presentations, all the trainings, you structure all the events, you do everything. And of course, you become a grinder. And if you're good at them, you can become a very high paid grinder, but you'll still be a grinder. And even though you will be a high paid grinder, it will be just minuscule in terms, your financial rewards will be minuscule in terms of the potential of what they could be if you practice what I'm calling the 70% phenomenon. Let me break it down as simple and elegant as I can. What I mean by this is when your people are able to do something at 70% of your competence, you need to turn that thing over to them. You hear me say a lot, don't do anything for a team member that they're capable of doing themselves. Because if you do, you're disempowering them. You are hurting their progress. You're stunting their growth, and you're stunting the growth of yourself and your entire team. So as an example, let's suppose we've got I'm going to say a home meeting. I know almost nobody does those anymore, but I want to keep the numbers really small. Let's say there's a home meeting and there are 10 candidates there. You know from experience, if you're the presenter at this home meeting, you lead it, you run it, you present it, you're probably going to sign up 10 out of 10 because they're actually qualified prospects. But you have a first level person or a second level person, and if they did it, they'd be effective, it'd be successful, but they'd probably sign up 7 out of the 10. So that's 70%. The instinctive thing for most leaders is to say, I can't turn it over to Suzanne because she's going to get 7 out of 10 and I'm going to get 10 out of 10. And I can't afford to lose those 3. But here's what you need to know. It's not that you lose 30% of potential team members and volume and bonuses and, take it all the way up the thing. More realistically, you're going to lose 10 or 15% if somebody's competent. You won't really lose 30% most of the time because it won't be 70%. They'll be 75% effective, 85% effective. But whatever it is, let's suppose it's worst case scenario and they're 70% effective. What you need to know is that realistically, long-term, your income will be thousands of percent greater if you operate at the 70% competency threshold. Because even though only 7 of those people sign up that night, you lost 30% of the potential team members. You have more people doing that. So instead of just you doing presentations, you have 5 people doing presentations. And those 5 people getting 70% are 35 people, plus your 10 people is 45. And over the course of the 3rd level and the 5th level and the 15th level and the 50th level and the 150th level, this is the difference between earning $1.5 million a year versus earning $300,000 a year. And it can get more and more and more. Just understand, when we do everything, when we know we're the best at everything and we always do it, it feels good, it boosts our ego, but it just creates a codependency nightmare, and it dramatically slashes the growth, the volume, and the income of your entire team going forward. So remember, your job is to work yourself out of a job. Stop waiting for people to get perfect. Stop waiting for them to be just as good as you are. You can get them to the 70% threshold. Turn them loose and let the magic happen. All right, have a great week. I will look to you next episode. Peace.